Yeah, welcome to Yoruba Torah Research Project International Capital Nigeria, and this is Prince Oladipo Jejelola, your host. The Osha are they choosing? Yeah, the one choosing to be your host, the one that is Osha or Oyoiwa on the teachings of translation, vowelization of the Torah consonants into Yoruba language, which keep the information of the original information of the Hebrew Torah, which is called Atoiwairi. So I welcome you in the name of Oyoiwa. I appreciate everyone that have been following us. I appreciate all our followers. I appreciate all our supporters. I appreciate all our partners. I say Ibu Irekun Oyoiwa shall continue with you. Your household, your work is receiving the Ibu Irekun of Oyoiwa in abundance. Amen. Today in this particular video we'll be looking at, we want to really actually work on the demand of a king among the Yorubas. We have an Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI, Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI, the Iwo of Iwo. I know in our work on the tribes, Iwo is actually Iwo people who are descendants of ΟYA-Ọ, that is Jacob, and they are actually from the line of the firstborn, which is REUBEN, that is Eiwo Ibini. So the Eiwo is the one that they took. The younger one, that's why the younger one was called the Ibini. Choose the Ibini. So there is Ibini in the both of the two names. So one choose Eiwo as from his name. The other one choose Ibini. So they are the same family. So both of them, it could have been Ibini, but one choose Eiwo, the other one choose Ibini. So now these people that are descendants of REUBEN, the one we call REUBEN, which is Eiwo Ibini. So among the Yorubas today, so they are an Oba. They have an Oba, and the Oba is Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI. So we're going to look at an interview with kind of a newscaster, I don't know, Sister Kike. So we're going to be looking at the demand of the king. But before we go into that, let's just go through our number message, our song message, our anthem.
Ó wá láti wá tún ayé tó ti bàjẹ́ ṣe. Wo bó ṣe dé tó ń darí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jí ní lọ bíbá.
So this work is about God's forgiveness.
Wo bó ṣe dé
it says that God has had mercy upon ΟYA-Ọ, that is Jacob. And that is why this message is coming out. This is restoration going on. This is restoration of the house of ΟYA-Ọ. So it is mercy of Oyoiwa. It is kindness of Oyoiwa. It is not by work of righteousness. It is mercy. So it is Daniel chapter 12 verse 1 coming to place.
Aláìsàn ẹ gba àlàáfíà o. Alára tí ò pé ẹ gbára pípé. Aláìsàn ẹ dìde gbé àkéte. Ìyédè kí gbogbo rí kó ń tẹríba.
So this message is life.
Ìyédè kí gbogbo ọkàn
This
kó
message
wárí.
is let every heart. This message is life.
Ìmọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ kí gbogbo òkùnkùn kó tẹríba. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ ẹni tó bẹ nínú òkùnkùn ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ ẹni tó bẹ nínú òkùnkùn ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ kẹ́ lè yege. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ ká ẹ lè yè. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ káyé yín lè di ọ̀tun. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Gbogbo ẹ̀dá tí ń bẹ nínú òkùnkùn ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Ẹ̀dá tí ń bẹ nínú òkùnkùn ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Gbogbo ọkùnrin ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ o. Gbogbo obìnrin ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀ o.
Oh, ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀. Ìmọ́lẹ̀ dé. Ẹ wá rìn mọ́lẹ̀. Why would you walk in the darkness? He is here now.
All right, thank you. So now let's go to the conversation between the king and.
That in some homes, native languages are not even used in conversation with kids. So, youth modelization, so to speak. What's your take on this?
Listen. Our language, Yoruba language, is not in tune with time. Kò bá gbà mú.
So does it mean that I should not?
Listen, no. I'm not telling you not to speak Yoruba to your children, but I'm speaking English now. When I speak English, did you see me? When an Englishman speaks, do you see him speaking English and putting, when it's hard for him to find a word, he will put Yoruba inside? No. Why is it that we don't have professors who should be researching and adding to our? Do you know we don't have a word for acre, plot, hectares, laptop, desktop? Do you know we don't have a word for cocoa, our own produce? It is English.
So the
Listen,
professors
do
in
you
academic
linguistics?
need to come up with all of this.
None of them. Listen.
So we don't have researchers and
Listen.
professors in the academic sector.
No, they are not doing. With nobody to add to the Yoruba language. Yoruba that we took from our forefathers is what we are still using. How do you tell your child when he wants to say grape or strawberry, and he has to say it in English? What's the Yoruba for strawberry? And you have to buy strawberry, watermelon. What is the Yoruba for watermelon? So bagbamu. Or èdè tí ọba ti bagbamu yóò parẹ́.
I'm speechless.
I'm just telling you.
It's fast.
Tell me what's the name of, say iná náà lápè náà yìí. Òyìnbó ní iná fún òyìnbó, this is floodlight. Yeah, it's different. When you say floodlight, it's different from this light. Má wá bọ́ọ̀bù náà ni bọ́ọ̀bù òyìnbó náà dẹ̀ tún ni bọ́ọ̀bù. Bàbá pè ní iná náà ni. But iná òyìnbó máa specify what kind of, so you will know what kind of light we're talking about. There's fluorescent. Òyìnbó ní fluorescent, bulb, floodlight. Ìwọ ọba wẹ́ pè ní iná náà ló pè. Iná rèwú, iná tó tóbi àti iná tó kéré. What kind of language is that doesn't go with time? O fẹ́ kọ́ mẹ́ ní Yorùbá, o fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá tí ọba gbà mú. Àwọn professors wa tí gbogbo wọn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe strawberry tẹ́ pè ní ìsín, ní tẹ́ bá adopt làwọn èèyàn máa pè náà. A ní orúkọ fún 1 million. Àfi tá a bá máa ní ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ẹgbẹ̀rún. Okay, what is that? 1 billion. Sọ fún mi kí ni 1 billion? Sọ fún mi kí ni 1 trillion, 1 zillion. You don't have Yoruba for it.
So let me use this opportunity
Àfijọ́ tó o bá sọ.
to our viewers
Yeah.
and our people that have called our attention to something that is very paramount that we actually need to look into, which is the educational system, the educational sector today. Because I realize that there are a lot of loopholes in all of this sector. When we talk about health, we talk about education, and really to come to think about it for a second, all the things we have itemized today, I don't think that I, as the interviewer, ever thought about it, that some of the things that we are trying to promote, when we are saying that we are trying to promote our language, we are trying to promote our children to be able to speak our language, but do we have the professors in the academic sector to please put a lot of research into the work of
The English dictionary.
The English dictionary. And
It's being added every 5 years. They have to add to the English dictionary. The words that they, do you know that the English people has names for everything that we have? Things that they don't even know. Agbalumo wọn ló kọ fún. Everything. They even have botanical names. But we are here so botanical. Oti ni Yoruba, both is our botanical name. So where are we heading to? And we keep on staying in one place. This culture is static. That is what we are telling our people. The professor of linguistics, the linguistics professors should do what? Should sit down and research about our own Yoruba language and always add more to it. We don't upgrade.
And understanding that, yes, there's modernization today, and we should look for words that will be easy for our children, that they will be able to at least be able to speak the language that.
I think yes, we can see real talk with Kike. Yeah, you can see the wonderful conversation going there between the Oba, ABDULRASHEED, AKANBI, and then Kike and Sister Kike about the Yorubas and then how the language has. You know, this is what I've been saying before. When I was saying that that the Yorubas. The work we are doing here is actually helping to explain Yoruba language, that Yoruba people, they don't understand what they are saying. They don't have understanding of the language they are speaking. Do you understand? You see, now when I say, when I start saying, when some people came to challenge this one, I asked them what is the meaning of okay. They don't understand. What is okay? Why do you call okay okay? They don't understand the meaning of okay. They just know their father say okay. So they don't understand. So Yoruba is a kind of a language that the intellectual aspect of the language, the understanding of the language is actually lost. The scholarship, not the scholar part of the Yoruba language, is lost. So now, so I have to ask them what is the meaning of okay. They said they don't know. I will say I will tell you from my work. Now in my work, one of the name for hill in the Atoiwari is KR, and this is what they explain. They said it means it is something that is something that block view, something that cuts view. That is okay iri, something that block your view that you can't see the other side. So okay iri. Now when they call il okay iri, Yoruba proverbs say, and Yoruba used to say when a word is lost, when they want to find that word, they can find it through what? Through proverb. Do you know a Yoruba word says, one of their saying, wise saying says, okay, ni ojari okay ohun. That is this eel, the eel here did not allow us to see the eel over there. So that means the characteristics of eel, which they used to name it, is what? Its ability for blocking view. This eel here will not allow you to see the other eel. It's okay iri. So there is nothing like okay. Is what? Okay. So the right word for eel in Yoruba language is okay, and the full word is okay iri. But here you are saying okay. And the what you inherited from your ancestors, like Oba said, we are the Yoruba that we inherited. The Yoruba we inherited from our ancestors are even wrong. They are like they are like the layman's Yoruba, not the scholarly Yoruba language. But now from the work that we are doing here in the Torah, we are able to discover and know the meaning, the right word, the right pronunciation, the right definition, the full name of all these words. So what we call il is actually there's nothing like okay. It's okay. Look at the Yoruba proverb. Okay, in the okay. It goes together. But the word okay is zero. Now, so my answer, so what the king is actually saying is right, but the problem here goes beyond what the king is actually saying here. Oba, the problem we have here is more than that these professors just generating word. Is that even the words we have now, these professors did not understand. They don't know the source of those words. And if they cannot explain how the words we are using now are being generated, so how can they now create new words? So if the words we have now, they cannot explain how the source and the creation of those words. So they cannot, how will they be? That means for them to build new words, they have a faulty foundation. Because if you want to create new words, you have to go from that which you understand the present understanding of the language to create what? To create new words. But now, presently, the words we are using, larger percentage of them, all these professors or linguistic, they don't understand, they don't know. Some of them that are trying to understand the words we are using now, they will just call the name and look at the way it sounds in their mouth, in their ear, and try to create word. And most of the time, their explanation used to come very smelly and stinky. This is not. It's sometimes sounding very stupid. Yes, because it cannot be more than that. It cannot be more than, because I imagine myself trying to look at the meaning of, trying to give the meaning to okay without this understanding of the name coming from the Torah. Whatsoever I'm going to give is going to be very stupid, because I'm not going to eat the spot. I'll be very far away from the original understanding of the word. But now, due to understanding of the Torah, the vocalization of the Yorubas coming from the Torah, I'm able to specifically hit the target, and the words that I brought out, that came out, will fit exactly with the Yoruba proverb that says okay, perfectly, and confirming the fact that the Yoruba says when a word is lost, it's a proverb you can use to bring it back. So certainly, perfectly, you can see the Yoruba coming from the Torah, working with Yoruba proverbs to generate, to confirm Yoruba words. So, Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI. So what you are seeking is not just, it's not what these professors can do, except they are ready to what? They have to dig down, they have to go back and understand the present language we are using. Most of our people are professors. They just gaining of the professorship is just trying to study some. It's not really in depth at that understanding. We don't really have perfect understanding of what we are speaking now. So their professorship is not based on perfect understanding of what we are speaking now. So the only way out now is actually that this Yoruba coming out from this Atoiwari, which they call Torah, which is actually Atoiwari, have to be studied. So that is this Torah is the ancient dictionary of Yoruba language. Is the only ancient dictionary, is the ancient dictionary for Yoruba language. So if you want to build new words, even there are a lot of words existing in the Atoiwari, yes, that we don't have now because we lost them, since we lost access to the book. And there are no scholars. We lost our scholars, so we lost the use of those words. And most of moving from where we come in the Middle East down here, there are some of those things that we see there that we have names for, but because we don't see them here, and we lost our scholars, and then we don't have pictures of them that we can see, so that we can use to recall the name. So the name were lost. So one thing is, at first, we have to go back to this Torah. We have to go back to this Atoiwairi, Torah, which is called Atoiwairi. We have to bring out all the Yoruba words that are there first, so that we understand the very basis of the Yoruba language that we are speaking first. All the words we have now, we understand them, like okay, like okeiri, not okay. We need to understand that what we call okay is actually okeiri. We need to understand all these words. So when we have this basic understanding, it is then that we can be able to build new words. From my work, I see the way these people are very scientific. Our ancestors are not these idolaters. No, our ancestors are actually the Hebrew people, the Hebrew Israelite, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our ancestors are these people that wrote the Torah. So those are our ancestors, because it is not possible. Their writing system then is based on the consonants and just one or two sound, like the O sound, which is AI, and other ones. So, and then the ha. So it's not possible for me to just come up and put vowels and then generate Yoruba words, and Yoruba words having the same meaning with what they are saying, if we are not exactly working on the same language. It's not possible for me now for you to write a French word just in consonants and I put vowels and I get a Yoruba word that mean exactly to what they are saying. It's not possible. It's only possible here because those language they are speaking is actually what they are speaking, the same language that we Yoruba are speaking. So now, though we call ourselves Yoruba now, we are not Yoruba. We are not always Yoruba. We are not always that name Yoruba. We are not always Yoruba. Before the name Yoruba, we were called Omo Inuabi. And so before we became Inuabi, we are from Yemen. We are from the Hebrew kingdom of Yemen. So now, so let's see. So the solution and the way out to this about ABDULRASHEED and to everyone who has listened to this video and have listened to this is Atoiwairi, the vowelization of the Torah. From Genesis to Exodus, all the Hebrew books, all the Hebrew documents, all the ancient Hebrew documents, total vowelization, bringing out all the words, the way they will come out in Yoruba, studying, to analyze, to stop proper study, so you understand the basis how they generate all the words that they have names for already. So we know, so our word bank is what? Is the Torah. So this Torah, which is Atoiwairi, is what? Is our word bank. And the words there are so very rich that you will be surprised the way they create those names. Now, the word for wine is that when I look at the definition, ΟYA-Ọ, that is something that appear and disappear. ΟYA-Ọ, that is, you see it like wine, you see it, then it disappear. That's what, because you know the way wine used to behave, that wine used to disappear, it evaporates. That is what they used to name wine. So let's these people, and the way they gave this name shows that these people are scientific. They observe, they are observers. So they gave names to things according to their characteristics, their properties. See the name they gave to Okeiri. Now, for example, let's see the word blessing in Yoruba. The word blessing, we said it means what? Ibukun. No, that is wrong. Ibukun cannot be blessing, because ibukun can be ibukun, it can be ibu ekpekun, it can be ibu iparukun. But in the Torah, from the word from the Torah is what? Ibu irekun. That is the word for blessing. Ibu irekun. So you can see that what we are speaking, we are not speaking the standard Yoruba language. We are not speaking our standard language. Our standard language is actually in the Torah, and we have to bring it out through vowelization and through the help of the spirit of ÒYA-Ọ. The name of God in the Torah is what? ÒYA-Ọ, the creator of existence. So we are not descendants of idol worshippers. So Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI. So the only way is that these professors, they have to come down, they have to come and study the Atoiwairi, the Yorubas coming from this document. So they have to study that, or understand the basis for all the words we have now. Then they can go into creation of new words. And my Oba, I would also like to use this time to say that, well, I also like the I remember one of those things that people have been blaming you for actually is that when you said you want to declare yourself an emir. Well, I will not say I'm not here condemning that, but I would like to say that, well, you are actually more than an emir, because according to Islamic sayings that Prophet Muhammad said, whenever the Muslims, his followers, when they have any issue about doctrine, they should go to what? To the people of the Torah, which is Atoiwairi. They should go so that those ones. So the people of the Torah, like the descendant of Jacob, are what? They are teachers to the emirs, to the leaders, and to the followers of Islam. So you, Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI, as a descendant of what? ΟYA-Ọ, that is Jacob, and from the line of the firstborn, which is REUBEN, Bini, that is where the name Iwo comes from. You are more than an emir. You are a teacher. You are to teach the emir and his followers. So desiring to be an emir is actually to look for you. So you are to teach the emir. So when you go into pray, when they are praying, they should stop praying and allow you to pray for them, because you are what they are following from afar. You are the carrier of the promise that they are following. You inherited that the Oyoiwa. Oyoiwa is the God of your own father. So they, through your fathers, they got to know about Oyoiwa and they are following. And so you are a teacher to them. You are a teacher to their emirs. Their emirs should come to you for knowledge concerning Oyoiwa. So what we need to do as every Yoruba man, not just professor, is what? We have to exhaust every information in the Atoiwairi, which is called Torah, which is mostly commonly called Torah. So we have to exhaust by what? By ensuring that what? All the works, the vowelization of the Torah consonant is done, is finished. That is from every Hebrew document as written by Moses, written the one New Testament, Old Testament. So we have to exhaust the work and make sure we bring out all the words. So we generate our word. We generate the words the way they were used by Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob himself. So thank you, Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI, for raising this question. And I believe that with what I have said, I believe if any step can be taken, I believe this what you desire will be achieved. First is about this Atoiwairi. This is the dictionary, and from my work I also discovered some English words were actually taken from the Yorubas, coming out from the Torah. Some English words, some of the English words are literal words, Yoruba words coming from the Torah. So you see, so the Yoruba comes from the Torah, is a mother to English language. So why should my language, which is the mother to English language, now become no? So I would rather study the Torah and speak the Yoruba from the Torah, which is a mother to English language, than the beaten down Yoruba language that we're speaking today. So I can, if there's going to be any scholar, any work that is to be done on Yoruba language, it is actually the Atoiwairi. That is the dictionary, and that is the source. So thank you, Oba ABDULRASHEED Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI. Sorry for that, Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI. And thank you, Sister Kike at Real Talk. I thank you for this interview of the King, and that brought out this discussion. I really appreciate that this word is coming this time. And as I have said, the only way out is to study the Torah. That is Atoiwairi. So to every listener, everyone that has been following us, so as I'm saying to Oba ABDULRASHEED AKANBI, I'm saying unto all that the only way to restore Yoruba language, what we call Yoruba language now, but it's actually the Hebrew language. What we call Yoruba language now, because we answer the name Yoruba now. What do we to reawaken our language as descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the Torah. That is the key. So which is Atoiwairi. So the more we go deeper, the more we go into it, the more we bring more words out, the more we get to know who we are. So our identity is hidden in that document. So thank you very much. So And I want to really appreciate Mr. Gregory Dues for bringing to my knowledge this particular interview. This particular interview. I really say thank you, my brother Gregory Dues. I really appreciate your support and effort as on this project so far. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I appreciate all our supporters. I appreciate all our listeners that have been reading, that have been listening to all our teachings. Yeah, thank you very much. So I'd like you to, now I said Igbo people are the firstborn of Òa-Ọ. Like, so I'd like you to see the work. There's a work that was done on ΟYA-Ọ 1, 2, 3, talking about the Israel, the 12th tribe of Israel, and communities that are holding onto their names now. So you see that the ABDULRASHEED AKANBI is actually the king of the community that are descendants of the tribe of REUBEN, the tribe we call REUBEN, but it is actually REUBEN Ibini. So this community is the firstborn of ΟYA-Ọ. So I think it's a good one that the king, the Oba of the tribe of Reuben, which is the firstborn of Jacob, is the one that is asking this kind of question this time. That is actually helping. That is actually steering this kind of question. So I really like to say I really appreciate that. Thank you, Sister Dike, for the interview, and thank you, Oba, for bringing up this, and thank you, Mr. Gregory, for bringing it to my notice, and thank you for everyone that is listening and to watching this video. Thank you very much. I pray that Oyoiwa, the creator of all things, will bring his blessings, we pour out his Ibu Irekun. I'm not saying Ibukun. Ibukun is empty word. I'm saying he will pour out his Ibu Ire, that is goodness. He will pour out his Ibu Irekun upon you and your household in Jesus' name. Now, lastly, and then some of you listening, you say Baraka, the word for Hebrew for blessing is Baraka. No, all those words that the modern Hebrew and then all other Hebrews generated are very, very wrong. Now, no, in the Hebrew, the BRK, that BRK consonant, it stands for 3 words. It stands for blessing, it stands for to kneel down, and it also means to insult or to curse. So now, those are 3 words. So I've heard a pastor Yakilome saying that the Hebrew, they don't have words, so they just use 1 word for 3 things. Oh God, that's actually based on ignorance. That's based on ignorance, and that is based on relying on the human effort done by the modern Hebrew people. No, that's not what it be. So now, those are the consonants of those words. They have the same consonant. That does not mean they have the same sound. So now, let me expatiate those 3 words. The first one that means blessing is what? Ibu Irekun. Ibu Irekun. You see the consonant, but the sound is different based on the vowels. Bu Irekun or Burekun. That is blessings. The one for kneeling down is what? Ba Ori Ekun. Ba Ori Ekun. You can see the consonants are the same, but the vowel sound differs. Ba Ori Ekun. Then the last one, which is called what? Bu Irunkun, or called Bu. Yoruba are reduced it to Buruku. Bu Irunkun, that is to bring destruction upon. So you can see there are 3 consonants, but the vowel sound differentiates them, and that is if all this baraka that they are saying is actually the way Hebrew sounds, then it will not be difficult to read Hebrew. If you just by adding so everybody then in the ancient time will have been able to read it, but it's not like that, because though they have the same consonant, but the vowel sound differs, and since they did not represent the vowel sound in their writing, so that is the word, that is the difficulty in reading the Torah, that it is only those who study it, and they study by cramming. So you have to study like by cramming it, by knowing that. So you read the old document. You study the old document. So they teach you. So the BRK in this particular place, it means what? It means blessing. It means Buirekun. In this place, it means Bauriekun. So you have to study, because there's no way to differentiate them. So it is those who cram it. It's not that you just see it and no, you can't just read. It is those who learned by the way they learn the Quran today. Unlike the English language, or especially unlike the Yoruba language, that when you see it, you just call it together. Yoruba language now, by the time you read the consonant and the vowels, all it just needs is to understand the knowledge of the sounds, and you call it. You don't need to go to. You know this is B. You know this is A. You call it together, ba. So you call it, and so you can read. But in the ancient time, it's not like that, because mostly it is what? Consonant. So there's no vowel sound. So you can't say this is the way this will sound. So it's only those that go to the school and they learn by cramming. They cram the whole thing. But these days, so by adding vowels to it now, we are bringing out the words, and it's going to be very easy for everybody to read. That everybody can read the ancient Hebrew Torah by the additional vowels. So you can see that all these baraka and all those things, they are wrong. All those things are just wrong. They're just wrong. They're just wrong. So the real ancient Hebrew informations and words and the way it was spoken exactly is just coming out. It's coming alive. And this is Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. That is, Israel shall be restored. ՕYA-Ọ shall be restored. And all those whose name are in the books shall be what? Shall be saved. So this is Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. So thank you very much. I pray that the presence of ՕYA-Ọ continue with you. Thank you. And for our supporters, thank you for those that have been supporting us, our partners and support. If you're here in Nigeria, you want to support us, so this is it. You see, you can get our contact here, the Sterling Bank, the number, and this is the name you use. You use this particular name. But if you are from outside Nigeria and you want to reach us, so you just use this particular name and through MoneyGram and Western Union. So thank you very much. Stay blessed. Bye.